Now, you might not be aware, but today is Purple Tuesday. That's a day where shops are encouraged to think more about the needs of their disabled customers. And Victoria's here with more information. What are they being asked to do?
Wearing purple as well.
I know. I didn't think that through. I actually packed this a few days ago. But I will claim it, yes. Hello and welcome to Purple Tuesday. That is right. So the whole reason we're doing this is about 14 million people in the UK are living with disability. That's 1 in 5 of us. And about half of those are people who are struggling with mobility issues, for example. And it means that just popping down the shops can be quite hard work. It can be quite confusing. It can take a lot of coordination. And then once you're there, it can be a really uncomfortable experience. So this is a new idea, Purple Tuesday. It's everyone from retailers, landlords, local authorities. They're all encouraged to kind of commit to improving access at their facilities. And the hope is that this will really improve some of the obstacles that disabled shoppers may face, whether that's on the high street or whether it's online as well. So it's called Purple because the people coordinating this are a disability organisation called Purple. Mike Adams is behind the campaign. Well, we will hear from him in a moment. But let's, if we can, hear from Holly Greeder. Holly is a wheelchair user. She's 21 years old. She's from Cardiff, and she says that, like lots of people, Purple Tuesday, great idea, but why in 2018 are we going to have to tell retailers what they should already be doing?
Most people get out of bed and go, I'm going to go to the shops, I'm going to go to the shopping centre, and they don't really have to think about it that much. Whereas I get up and I have to think, am I well enough? Do I have the energy? Do I have the strength? Am I in the right mindset to face the shops? It's the embarrassment when you're trying to manoeuvre your wheelchair and you've hit a rail and everyone around you looks really shocked and they look slightly, almost a little bit scared of you, but also really angry, and you feel kind of vulnerable and awkward, and it's really embarrassing, the looks you get and the stares, and that's really hard to deal with, and it's embarrassing. And particularly if an item of clothing has fallen off or it gets stuck in my wheels, that's something that happens as well. Sales, I think, are the hardest when all the rails are pushed really close together, and quite often you'll have 2 rails that are pushed pretty much side by side, but there's closed on the other side as well. And I'm like, I want to look in the sale. I know there was a top I liked or something like that, and you're like, I really want it, and it's like half price, but you can't get to it. I genuinely have moved rails around in shops before. I want to be able to access everything like everyone else does, and sometimes I break those barriers, I guess. It saddens me and it infuriates me slightly that we're in 2018 and we're still having to go, actually, excuse me, what about us?
Yeah, I mean, those comments really...
She makes some really good points, doesn't she?
Absolutely. It doesn't matter what the disability is. You know, it is 2018. People should be able to go and do what they want to do, be able to shop as they would wish to. Let's hear, if we can, from Mike Adams now. He is behind the campaign. He's going to explain a little bit about why they're doing this.
For many disabled people, they go into a shop and the shop assistant or front of house staff have a fear about unintentionally offending that individual through language or etiquette, and actually the reality of what happens is by default they get ignored or they only get spoken to by the other person they're with. And what we're trying to do is instill a level of confidence in stores and shops to go, hello, can I help you? And that's a really powerful message which doesn't cost any money, but actually is the trigger and catalyst for disabled people to spend money in those shops.
Yeah, Mike is right. There are lots of really simple things that shops can be doing. You know, it's extraordinary that still 1 in 5 shops that don't have level access from the street, they've got no ramp, so people can't even get in there in the first place. You could have extra seating, for example, around a shop. People suffering from chronic illness want to take a break. Extra chairs, maybe, in changing rooms. Softer lighting, that sort of thing. Quieter zones would help people with autism. There are lots of different things. More braille signs, for example. We do have an expert coming on in an hour's time who works for a consultancy that helps people make their facilities more disabled friendly. So we'll be hearing a little bit more about some of the ideas that shops can get around to doing. But absolutely shocking, 2018, and we still don't have this.
OK, thank you. See you later. Thanks very much.
And do let us know what you think about that as well.